Hey everybody, HappyNaturalHorse.com, helping you keep your horse healthy and sound using natural remedies. Anyways, Lori Berkeloni here. Hope you guys are doing great today. We're going to talk about fat and horses over the winter time. People just have this concept that horses really need it to stay fat. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But anyways, the weather turns cold and your horses are spending out time and they are needing calorie intake. That's why you have a round bale or hay in front of them 24/7 so they can take what they need to stay warm. As long as they have a round bale and hay in front of them, they will stay warm. Okay. Additional calories go towards maintaining the body's temperature. The temperature in the liver slows down, so that's how the horses stay warm. They slow down their digestion and their whole metabolism slows down in the wintertime. Okay, so that's how it keeps them warm. Many horse owners mistakenly offer grains as a primary source of this additional calories. And this is written by Dynamite, by the way. And later wonder why their horses look and feel terrible in the spring, because feeding heavy carbs in the form of grain and sugar contained as sweet feeds can cause major disruption in the horse's metabolism. Okay, it's like you give kids sugar and then you let them out in the snow and they have to burn off their energy. Overwhelmingly, horses using carbs can lead to depression, lethargic, various degrees of muscle tightness, impaired immunity, thick curly coats, slow to shed in the spring. They will show signs of metabolic imbalance, such as fat deposit, crusty necks, drinking excessively, urinating excessively, and you'll smell that ammonia in their pee. So that's when you know you're feeding too much protein, is if you feed a horse and it has too much ammonia, you'll smell it. Okay, increased tendency to founder and laminitic episodes. I've known horses to have laminitis over the wintertime. Okay, also in processed feeds, a lot of people use processed oils. Recall that horses do not have a gallbladder, the organ that secretes and fat emulsifiers for digestion in other species. This means that the oils have been separated from their source, like corn. Vegetable oils can cause problems within the vitamins that require fat as a carrier into those cells. That's why you don't feed oil to horses. They blocks the absorption of vitamins that the horse vitally needs from the hay, from the grass, from whatever. So additionally, many of these oils are obtained by using chemical solvents to extract the oil, and these solvents remain in the oil, which inevitably affects the health of your horse. Isn't that wonderful? But you guys are going to feed it anyway. Who knows why? Mother Nature teaches us to look for calories in the horse. What do? So horses can digest and utilize in the form of whole foods, balanced fat, protein, associated enzymes. So they're plugging the Hess, which is an excellent fat if you have a horse that's underweight. But you can't keep them on it long because they will gain a lot of weight. So we'll go here to my book, Natural Equine Remedies, and Feeding for Ultimate Health. So Stanley hay pellets, it's a highly digestible pelleted whole Timothy hay, and it's 30% cooked to keep it in the pellets, so it still has the enzymes in there. And Western hay is not like Eastern hay. Needless to say, the forage varies, and horses are very adaptable. Okay, a lot of people feed alfalfa, but if you can get Timothy hay from the first or second cutting, it doesn't matter. That's the best to feed. The protein is a little higher in the second cutting of Timothy, and it's usually 1 or 2% higher. But if you got to get what you got to get, brown grass hay is good. This is a really good article. Hopefully it's still on hay. And what I do is feed the Timothy hay pellets from Stanley, 2 to 3 cups. I only feed once a day because I do a round bale, and I've been feeding the big skies, so my horses are pretty healthy. So it doesn't take long. You just put a little bit of water in it, mix it around. I add apple cider vinegar and with the high track and the amino plus with the mini-zyme, because I have an older pony and an older horse. So the mini-zyme helps with the calcium ratio. Now, if you don't want to add cracked corn when it's really cold, below 30, I usually add a 1/4 cup of corn at nighttime, and some black oil sunflower seeds sometimes. But last year I only fed a little bit of corn at night when we had cold spell for 2 weeks. So anyhow, if your horse is recovering from an illness or injury, it says to do the Big Sky Minerals for a week, but I would use the Ultra, and it's not in this book because it came out afterwards. The Big Sky Minerals is always there. Okay, I'm always feeding Big Sky Minerals. It will improve 90% of the health of horses, health issues that a horse can acquire over his lifetime. But most of the time, if you feed a younger horse Big Sky Minerals, you will prevent a lot of issues, especially if you feed the natural feeding program. There are natural probiotic enzymes, inhibitors, and the price tag is very good for the horses to love. You can eliminate and even all of your other horse supplements to save you time and energies. Horse owners have said that the horses are much calmer, and I have tons of testimonials on the Big Sky Minerals. So if your horse is in work, you can add whole oats. Whole oats are highly digestible, and steamed barley and cracked corn. But if you don't want to add the corn, you can add the Oasis. Is sort of like the Hess, but it is basically what it does is it activates the bugs and the bacteria, that the enzymes, bacteria bugs in the small intestine. And you only need 1 bag of it to activate it, because once they're activated, they usually stay activated. Okay. StanleyHay.com. Look for your local retailer, but it's in the chewing of the Stanley hay pellets. Make sure you moist them a little bit. In the chewing, they won't choke. Remember, choke is caused by ivermectin. Okay? Ivermectin is a nerve inhibitor, and you don't need, you can just go to theholistichorse.com and get the Worm Guard. Has to be the Worm Guard with the grape seed in it, because it has the probiotic, and it seems to work really well, along with the Big Sky Minerals. A lot of people give oregano oil now from doTERRA, and I've been doing that too and had pretty good results. So here it talks about it. And I also talk about the Dynamite PGR. This is their pelleted grain ration. It's 50 pounds of clay, believe it or not, is in there. But, or 20 pounds of clay. That's when it's 20 pounds of clay. And clay has a lot of minerals in it and enzymes. So you can feed that. I think it's about $100. And the Hess, of course. The Hess is really good for putting on weight. You never force feed salt. Always have your salt out. We use the Redmond salt loose, and you can go to their site and find out. So this is what you do for horses in wintertime. You know, I just keep a round bale or hay 24/7. A lot of people will do hay nets, you know, if they stall them. This is a horse that was fed corn oil and beet pulp and all kinds of crap. And he was up to, I think it was like 8 to 10 pounds a day of grain. And you can see it was really acidic. It's got, this is 2 weeks on the Big Sky Minerals, exactly 2 weeks to the day. She came home that night and dumped, you know, she only had Big Sky and the high track and the apple cider vinegar, and that's what she fed him, and he didn't colic because it's just hay. And so he gained weight, or she did. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, go to my website at www.happynaturalhorse.com or Natural Equine Remedies. Okay, and I'm on Facebook and under Natural Equine Remedies fan page or business page. And you can contact me anytime you want. I do charge a $20 consultation fee now because I'm so busy. But most of everything is in the Natural Equine Remedies book. Okay? Have a great day.